When a franchise gets as big as Thomas and Friends, all sorts of merchandise is made to capitalize on that popularity. Home media, die-cast toys, hell, even toothbrushes. And like most children's media properties, Thomas has its fair share of plush toys made by tons of different brands. Some are pretty good, others are unique, and today we're going to be taking a look at quite a few of them. First up, we have the plush toys made by Eden. These are the oldest Thomas plushies that I'm currently aware of. These were released in the early 90s or so, and they're a bit of a mixed bag. None of them have wheels, and it makes them look like loafing cats. They also gave Thomas's door lining, and they merged his two side windows together. For some reason, their first Thomas has 3D buffers and eyes, but then all of their others are just printed on. They also released a Tidmouth Shed plush set that looks pretty good, actually. The engines, though, why is James's running board yellow? A few years after these, the company Happiness Express released a Thomas pillow. This one actually looks pretty good, and apparently it makes peeping sounds and also acts as a storage unit for pajamas. And a fun fact, the company that made this pillow filed for bankruptcy due to fraud and insider trading. The well-known collectible figure company Banpresto also had some involvement with Thomas back in the early 2000s, where they released several plush toys. A handful of these had lenticular faces that sort of changed expression depending on the viewing angle. They made Thomas and Percy, James, Toby, and they all look pretty cute. They also made Birdie, and he looks pissed. Maybe because he got crushed into a sphere, I don't know though. They also made this giant Thomas, who has a terrifying face, and 3 smaller plushies with lights and sounds. Now Harold here looks really good, but the other two, I think they're a bit let down by their faces. What emotion is this trying to convey? Banpresto's Henry looks downright demonic, but if you thought that looked bad, how about Salty? Or Emily? I don't think anything can prepare you for the next two, though. This is their version of Ben. I have no words. Oh my god, okay. How did this happen? Why are his teeth silver? We gotta move on, this is too much. Okay, good. This is a bit of a breath of fresh air. So, the brand Gund released the big 3 characters in the mid-2000s, and I really like these. There's lots of detail and a lot of effort for the shaping. But what is going on inside of Thomas's cab? What is that window connected to? Also, James has no tender, so his number just got pushed onto his cab, which is like really common for James plush toys. Speaking of, in 2016, Fisher-Price made the Rail Rumblers. Are you dazzled? Are you amazed? You know, sometimes I have to look inward, deeply, to realize that I can never begin to fully understand the thought process of big corporations. Also, Gordon's face is on his cab. Mattel's quality control is truly second to none. As many of us fans know, when the worldwide merchandise fails, we can always count on the Japan exclusives. SK Japan is one of the heroes in this story, making a decent roster of characters. They have Percy, Nia, James, Gordon, Hero, and so many versions of Thomas. My 2 favorites, though, have to be the Adventure Begins versions of Thomas and James. And now for the lightning round of some of the ones that I have not mentioned yet. Toy Factory's Sir Topham Hatt. He is a magnificent specimen. This really weird Tomy keychain that kinda looks like a J50. Accidentally awesome, I guess. Thomas's Pillow Pet. Sega Toys Hero with crackhead eyes, oh my goodness. Tomy Diesel. He is wide. Taito Sir Handle. I like this one, I don't have a joke here. Tomy Toby. You know Toby, the character whose defining physical trait is that he's a rectangle. Well, now he's a sphere. This incredibly bootleg-looking Ride-On Thomas. And last but not least, the plushies that I actually own. All Engines Go Percy. This one's cute. This Thomas from Pottery Barn, who looks to be based off the Railway series. Also, why is he $40? And lastly, this Thomas from Kohl's. He released in 2025, and he's alright. I also, completely forgot that I have this other plush Percy. So, the top half of him is plush, the bottom half is plastic. This has got to be really uncomfortable to cuddle with. What a weird choice for a plush toy. But there's a ton more plush toys I didn't get to cover in this video, but I think that was most of the interesting ones. If you have any other weird merchandise video suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. If you like this retrospective, feel free to like and subscribe, or don't, whatever you want to do. Okay, bye!